Manish, be ready. We are just about to start now.
Yeah, we are ready. Yes, we are ready.
Yeah.
Shall I start?
Let it be 10 a.m. first and then we'll start. Okay. Yeah, you can start, Manish.
Yeah. Friends, good morning, distinguished Toastmasters, fellow Toastmaster, and dear guest. How are you all? All are good?
Yeah, great.
Perfect.
Friends, my name is Manish and I will be the SAA for the today's meeting. I welcome you all to the 183rd meeting of our Sinhgad Toastmaster Club today. Today is a very special meeting and I promise you, you will learn and will be entertained a lot. Before starting the meeting, I would like to mention 3 ground rules which we follow in our Toastmaster meeting. First thing first, we don't talk about sex, religion, politics, so please refrain from discussing this topic. Please put yourself on mute if you are not speaking. Last but not the least, please turn on your video while you speak so that audience can connect to the speaker. Please turn off your video if you are stepping out of the meeting. To succeed, we all must have a mission in our life. Individual missions, our Toastmaster Club has a collective mission as well. The mission of our Toastmaster Club is to provide a mutually supportive and positive learning environment in which every member has the opportunity to develop communication and leadership skills, which in turn foster self-confidence and personal growth. With this, I announce this meeting as open and hand over the stage to none other than but our extremely energetic, vibrant epitome president, Purva. She is a third year BTech student. She is a Sapio bibliophile, an empath, K-pop dancer, and MBTI addict. So please welcome Purva with this big round of applause.
Thank you so much, Manish, for that beautiful introduction and energetic start of the meeting. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guest. So today is a really great day. It's a sunny day. After so many rainy days, I'm able to see the sunlight finally today. So I'm feeling very well. I hope that's it's the same case for you all as well. Right? But
Yes.
Not just about the weather. What's special about today is the Speakathon. Now we have a lot of new members in our club, and this is the first time they are attending a Speakathon. And it is very important from the club's growth perspective as well. So today we will be having a lot of entertaining speeches. So do stay tuned to it, I would say. And now let's proceed with the guest introductions. So we basically have, Gauri. Although we had a chat just a few minutes back, but still I would like you to introduce yourself to the audience and how did you know about Sinhgad Toastmasters Club and some quirky facts about you that you would like to share with the audience. Hello, Gauri, are you there? Okay, I guess Gauri is not there at the present moment. We can, I guess we don't have other guests apart from the evaluators of other club, Infosys Toastmasters Club. So Shweta, I guess Shweta and Rashi, can you please unmute yourself and just tell us a bit about how you joined Toastmasters and what made you come here in the meeting today?
Hi, Purva. This is Shweta. I am from Infosys Pune Toastmasters Club. I joined Toastmasters in December 2020. So we already had the lockdown and all of us were working from home. So usually what we have is we do have work, but then also we have a lot of time to get together in the cafes and talk about stuff. But because of work from home, I really missed that, and I found Toastmasters Club as a very good platform to exchange ideas and learn a lot. So that is how I'm here, and this is the first time I'm attending Sinhgad Pune Toastmasters Club meet, and I'm very happy to be here. And this is the first time I'm evaluating someone. So, and that too, an icebreaker speech. So, good luck to him and good luck to me as well. Thank you.
Thanks, Shweta, for joining in. And I'm pretty sure both the speaker and the evaluator are going to do a fantastic job today. Seeing, I know both of you have prepared well. So yeah, looking forward to seeing the performances of both the target speaker and evaluator. All right, can we have Rashi as well?
Hello everyone, a very good morning. Yeah, so even my reason for joining Toastmasters is quite similar to what Shweta said. So this was lockdown and I wanted to explore, I wanted to be more disciplined on my hobbies. I always used to write these things on my CV that I want to write, I want to speak. But after school, I think I never really worked on it in a disciplined way. So I thought it's high time I should get on my toes for that. And this was suggested to me by a friend, and so I joined it. And also, this is also first time evaluating someone. So, so yeah, very good luck to the speaker. Thank you.
Great, Rashi. I'm happy that you're finally working on your personal goals. That is what we all should strive to work upon to grow in life. Yes. All right. For other guests, I would like to take the introduction later in the break. As of now, let's move ahead with the agenda. So to coordinate this meeting, we have TM Shreyash, and rather than going ahead with the introduction that we have already in the doc, I would like to give a different introduction for Shreyash. Now he has joined Toastmasters for it's just 2 or 3 months that he has joined. Yet we are very much happy to see his constant determination and passion towards the work that he is doing for the club. He not only helps us to conduct meetings or sessions at different sessions. We have different sessions every day at night. He has coordinated that as well, and he's constantly working towards achieving his goal. Now this is a very big motivation for not only me as a VPE but also for other members of the club. So indeed you are a motivation, Shreyash. Keep it up, and we look forward to seeing a lot of great speech deliveries and other performances from your side. So yeah, all the best for your today's role, and over to you.
Thank you, Purva, for your wonderful introduction. And good morning, all the Toastmasters and dear guests who are joined for the today. And today we will be conducting a Speakathon session. So this session will help to give speech or every Toastmaster member who didn't got the chance in the daily meeting. So the main aim of this Speakathon is to give chance and to overcome the fear and build the self-confidence in every participant. So we will start with the evaluation with the speeches. We will be having 5 speeches today, and before starting this speech, I would like to introduce our timer. Onkar is there, and can you Onkar, can you introduce yourself for a few minutes?
Yes. Hello Toastmasters. Good morning, everyone. I am the timer today for today's meeting. I would like to share the rules for this. So, are you able to see?
Yes.
So today is Mr. Sandeep is giving the icebreaker speech. For him, time is 4 to 6 minutes. I will display the green card at 4 minutes, yellow card at 5 minutes, red card is 6 minutes, and he will qualify it as 6:30, 6 minutes 30 seconds. For prepared speeches, timing is 5 to 7 minutes. Green card at 5 minutes, yellow card at 6 minutes, red card at 7 minutes, and disqualification at 7 minutes 30 seconds. For evaluator, timing is 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes. Green card is at 2 minutes. Yellow card I will display at 2 minutes 30 seconds. Red card at 3 minutes, and disqualification is 3 minutes 30 seconds. So I will display through this timer card, or with who are the presenting. Then I will display with background cards. So over to Toastmaster Shreyash.
Thank you, Omkar, for your explanation. Before moving to our speeches, prepared speeches, I would like to give on some tips regarding our speeches. We'll be having different speeches and at different levels, like level 1, 2, or whatever they are presenting. And also we are having an icebreaker speech from Sandeep. So it will be good to attend this session and take us as a good experience for this one. And starting with this today's speech, I would like to start with Purva's speech. Purva, are you there? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, Shreyas.
Yeah, I will just introduce Purva. Purva is a third-year BTech student in IT branch. She is a dancer, and he is a MBTI addict, and he is a passionate. Sorry. She is passionate about facing
Yes.
her fears to manifest her true potential. And today she is giving her level 1 speech 4, and it is regarding motivational strategy. So please start with your speech for today's one.
Yeah. So, yes. To quickly mention, the title of the speech is The Right Way to Life. And I'll begin. Just a minute, I'll check with the timer. Okay, I can see the cards. Okay, Omkar, can you show me the cards in the background?
Okay, so you are presenting?
No, I'm not presenting anything.
Okay, just a minute.
But still, I wanted to see those cards in the background so that I can view the audience. You can stop sharing and just change the background color when it's 5 minutes, 6 and 7 minutes. I'll pin your window. Okay. I hope you are ready.
Yes, Purva.
Great. Okay, let me start. I'm fine. Nothing is wrong. I was stuck in traffic. It didn't cost that much. I would never ever lie to you. What a lovely dress you're wearing, my dear. How many of you found yourselves saying these phrases just to avoid social conflict or hurting someone's feelings? Please raise your hands. Yes, many of them. So you all might agree that we lie often, and we lie because we think that it's correct. Well, generally, these lies do not harm, and in fact, they make our life easier. Did you know children who are better liars tend to become more successful as adults? Researchers say there is a lot we got wrong about deception, and that if it is mastered well, lying can rightly help us to build connections, trust, and businesses. A study in the Journal of Experimental Child Psychology found that children who told lies had higher performance on measures of working memory and inhibitory control, which made them successful in their later life. Hence, learning to lie rightly is important. That brings me to the first tip to lying properly. It's very clear. Keep it simple. That's it. You must have heard this a lot. Keep it simple. Include details that make your lie seem acceptable. It should not be very complicated. The reason is a simple, straightforward lie is easier to maintain. For example, an elaborate lie might be, I'm late because I just got into Karve Road and it was so backed up that I had to reverse all the way to the entrance ramp, and I ended up taking the longer route. You see, the other person might think that she's lying because I was just rolling my eyes here and there, and I did not directly or confidently make that statement. Instead, a simple version of that would be, traffic was pretty backed up on the Curve Road. Simple. So that's important to keep your lie simple. Next, you have to make your lie plausible. When you lie, only include information that is believable. Don't exaggerate to a point where the listener will start to question what you are saying. Make your lie realistic as much as possible. For example, if you're telling your wife that a bird flew in the house and broke her lamp, now it is not a plausible lie, isn't it? Instead, you can say, I stumbled over the dog and knocked the lamp over, honey. I'm sorry. Now, this is plausible. And include something which is truthful in the lie. Okay, for example, you stayed out late with a group of friends that included your ex-girlfriend Nidhi. Now, tell your current girlfriend, I was hanging out with Abhi, Radha, and Sanjay. It's true that you were with those people, but you're not lying. But you're lying about Nidhi being there too. Now, this is a half truth or a half lie, you can say, but anyway, it makes the relationship okay. It does not break your rapport with your current girlfriend. So that's emotion. So it's easier to emphasize the real emotion when you tell the truth than it is when you tell a lie. Nextly, how you say a lie is as important as what you say while lying. So this brings me to the second tip to lie the right way. Monitor your body language. Don't rub your chin, nose. Don't run your hands through your hairs, swaying back and forth, tapping your foot, or generally moving is a sign that you're lying. So don't do that. Keep your body relaxed, unmoving, at poise, and you will be all right. And the final tip is important. Use eye contact to your benefit. Now you can control eye contact to mask your lie. Make enough eye contact to make the person believe in you. If you find the balance between two, you just have to find the balance between too little eye contact and too much staring. Okay, so be on that middle line, and that will help you to cover your lie. Now, to quickly summarize, add some truth to your lie, avoid unnecessary details, be calm, be professional, maintain poise, eye contact to sound convincing as you lie. Finally, let me make it clear that not all lies are good. There are many lies which are harmful, self-interested, and just plainly wrong. I personally like being authentic and being truthful in most of the scenarios of my life. But if it is meant for a greater good, remember the intention is always important. As long as the person, even if you're caught with the lie, as long as the person understands that it was meant for a greater good, they will forgive you. So try to always think for the greater good while you lie. And remember that lies are most beneficial when they are not selfish. Okay, as I told, so I'm reiterating. If you tell your partner that he or she is looking great before a date to boost his or her self-confidence or self-esteem, now that's one thing. But if you just want to get your loved one out of the door because you're already late, now this motive can veer into a selfish territory, so that we probably want to avoid. So finally, the main takeaway of the session would be: lie when it's absolutely necessary, when there is no other way you find to control the situation. Otherwise, avoid it. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Shreyash.
Yeah, great speech, Purva. That you give an insight of how we should talk and behave during our lives. That is a very interesting point to consider. Yeah, thank you for your speech. And moving ahead, we will continue with the second speech. We will start with the Shashank speech today.
Shreyash, sorry to interrupt, but I
Yeah.
guess Rakshita is yet to join. So I guess she needs some. She's been facing some
Okay.
internet connectivity issues. So we can start with the third speaker.
Yeah,
If
Shashank is the third speaker because Mohit is not there in the meeting.
no, I have kept him. Mohit has dropped out, but according to the new order, Shashank was the second speaker, but his
Sandeep, okay, yeah.
evaluator is not here, so you can
Yes.
just proceed with Sandeep's speech.
Sure.
Till then, I'll just call her.
Yeah,
Okay.
we will start with Sandeep's speech. I will just introduce about the Sandeep.
So, am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible. I will just introduce yourself, then we will start with the speech. Yeah, Sandeep is a mechanical engineer and he runs his own business, Pentac Automation, and he loves listening to music, and also he's interested in innovating new things in engineering. So this is Sandeep's introduction, and uh, today he is giving his first speech in level 1, and the title of the speech is "It's Now or Never," and pathway is innovative planning, and uh, yeah, it's the stage is yours. Please take the stage, and
Yeah.
Sandeep, you can continue. Yeah.
Thank you, Shreyash.
Yeah.
Omkar, can I have the complete view of audience, like for Purva?
Okay, means you want background one.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
So, shall I start?
Yes.
Good morning, everyone. Myself, Sandeep Sasane. I am kind of introvert person, and I born and brought up in Ahmednagar, and belonging to a very rural Marathi family. In 2005, basically I have done engineering, mechanical engineering. So in engineering, we have also used the English, but it is up to technical aspects. And I started my career in 2005 in Pune. I came to Pune in 2005, and when I came to Pune, it was a bit difficult for me to communicate with my colleagues, my friends over there, my suppliers, because of my poor English and introvert nature. And I was trying to get used to the lifestyle over here, and to my surprise, one day in my company, they nominated me for the one competition. It was a technical competition, and they nominated me, and I should have the simple presentation over there. So I was not prepared for this speech at all. But however, I prepared the speech in a typical Rata style, what we used in engineering, and I prepared that way. Finally, the day came for the speech, for that presentation, and I went to the venue. I was under impression that this competition will be a simple kind of competition, and I'll finish it up at the earliest possible, and I'll run away. So I went there, and when I entered in the premises, I saw it was a huge auditorium with almost 100 people over there. And seeing such public, I immediately started sweating. And I went to my place, and I was just praying God that what is going to happen now. When my turn was there, they took my name, announced my name, and I went to the stage. When I went to the stage, literally my voice was not coming out of my mouth. And somehow I started with my presentation, and slowly I felt that my legs are shaking like anything. And I was not able to help myself to stop that shaking of my legs. So I was very nervous, and I was speaking on the mic for first time. So the loudspeaker, the echo of my own voice on the loudspeaker was making me more and more nervous. So I was frightened, and I was giving the speech, and I completed my speech. After that, there was a session of question and answer, and I was praying God that so no one should ask me any question. So, but there was much more to go. The public over there asked me so many questions that I thought that today I am gonna die. And finally, I finished up that presentation. And when going ahead to my home, it was very sad and angry feeling for me to have such a bad day. So I decided on that day that something has to be done on this problem. So the days passed, and I got in my regular schedule. And I was, as I was working in my career, I was good in my work. So I kept on working. And in 2015, Vivek, my business partner, and I started the company Penteco Automation Private Limited. In this Penteco Automation, what we do, we help the customers like Mahindra, Tata Motors, Maruti to improve their product quality, to improve their efficiency, and reduce their cost. So this I do right now. But what happened in 2020 March, the lockdown was declared, and it allowed me to think deeply that I had made a promise to myself that someday I have to do something on my this sphere. And it was like a feeling that it is now or never. So that thought came to my mind, and that day I searched very much on the internet, very different platforms, and finally I found the one solution, that is Toastmaster Club. So unfortunately, I found it very near to my home, that is Sinhgad Toastmaster Club. So here I am with Sinhgad Toastmaster, and I'm damn sure that with help of you all, I'll be definitely overcome my fear. Thank you all. Yes, over to you, Shreyash. Thank you.
A great speech, Sandeep. Actually, you said the true story regarding engineering students. Especially when we are a mechanical engineer, we feel the same way. So I'm also the mechanical engineer. I feel the same way you feel. But the message you told me about for us that now or never, that is a very good point to consider. And surely we will employ this in our daily routine and overcome our fears, and let's go ahead with a good positive mindset in the future. So hope everybody has taken the one point from this speech. It is very good to know. So, yeah. Moving ahead, we will going with the next speech. We were having Naneshwar, and yeah, here I will introduce him. 1 minute.
Naneshwar, are you there?
Yeah, Naneshwar is there in the chat. I can see him.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, Naneshwar, are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Are you ready for the speech?
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Naneshwar has completed his diploma and degree, and he is MTech in mechanical engineer from MIT College. And currently, he is working as a training and placement officer at JSPM Engineering College in Pune. And he is giving his level 4 speech 8 public relations strategies, and his title of the speech is public relations. And Naneshwar, the stage is yours. You can go for the speech, and the timing for the speech is 5 to 7 minutes for this speech.
Yeah.
I will display background cards on the background.
Sorry.
Okay.
I will
This time
display the cards on the background.
Yes, sure.
I'm not able to see the card. Time card.
Yes.
I guess Abhijit has something to say. Yeah, Abhijit.
Yes,
Yeah, Purva, I have to read out the objectives of the speech.
Actually, we are not asking the evaluator right now to read out the objectives of the speech.
Okay.
As
No
per
problem.
agenda, yeah, we will think on we will say on the latter session.
Yes. Yeah, you can.
I'm
go.
not able to see the time card.
Go ahead.
Omkar, can you help?
Okay, so you just a minute.
Daneshwar, you have to pin Omkar's video to see the timing cards. Can you pin his video?
Yeah, pinned. And it is Omkar is visible. Time card is not visible.
Okay, so you want?
Yeah, he will display the cards as you proceed with the speech.
Okay. Fine. So shall I start?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Good morning, dear President, fellow Toastmasters, and my dear guest. Who will encourage you to succeed in your life? Anybody knows? Who will encourage you to succeed in your life?
Firstly, our parents.
Great. Anybody?
Yeah, ourselves.
Mentors. Great. And suppose you want to become a public speaker, or you want to become we can say, whatever, means a public speaker, celebrity, any kind of known person. So who will means you need whose support?
Our mentor, maybe who is supporting us.
Great. Great, Shreyash.
Or the platform like Toastmaster.
Yeah, for the success, suppose Omkar, suppose you want to become a celebrity, so you need which support? You need which acknowledgement? Whose acknowledgement?
Public
Mentors and
Correct. Shilpa said that public support.
Yeah, we
You
forgot the
want,
title.
if you want to succeed in your life, you need public. Public encourage you, public discourage you. It's totally about public, right? So our today's topic is public relation. So public relation, I think if everybody is definitely trying to increase the public relations, as we all are the Toastmasters here. So definitely we know that what is the strength of public relation, right? So I currently I'm working in MIT University as a placement officer. But when I'm going through this project, I realized that I'm not a placement officer. I'm the public relation manager, and I'm delivering MIT University to the corporates, to the students, to everybody, to every stakeholders, from parents, from student to top level management. Right? For what? For which reason? To deliver the right content at right place at right time, and then placement will happen, then and then company will come and hire our students, right? It's all depend on what, how I'm going to deliver, I'm going to present my university to the public. So for that reason, my strategy is to increase my public relations, specific public relations in terms of hiring managers, university hiring managers, HR head, CSR heads, every heads. I need to connect with them. I need to discuss with them, negotiate with them with the package concern also. And I'm going to do it. Currently, I have 9,000 plus LinkedIn connections, 5,000 plus Facebook connections. So it clearly shows that I'm trying to become I'm a good public relation manager as well as placement officer. And suppose you want to switch a job, you need public support, you need people. You want, suppose someone is admitted in a hospital, you need public. Anything you want to switch to US, you need support, right? So it's all about public relations. It's not about suppose I'm a person and I'm just living with my friends, family. It will not work out in this era, right? So you need to continuously enhance your relations with the specific relations with your stakeholders, no matter your profession is. Suppose you are a stock share market broker. So in that particular area, you should have a proper selective public relations. What public relation is? Public relation is all about in promoting our brand, promoting our company, enhancing company, making the connections and building that connections, retaining that connections for a long-term association. And you will benefited by both the things, for the personal purpose also as well as for the organization also, right? So everyone should think about the increasing the public relations in many ways, like social marketing, lies, writing the blogs as a blogger, writing the any kind of content in the newspaper. So you will by that way you will increase your fan followers, and that will be a part of your success story. It's I'm not able to see the time card.
I'm showing in the background. You have the time.
Okay. So our Miss Toastmaster also public relation manager is there. Everywhere, wherever you go, you want to make a fun, you need friends. You want to chill out, public friends should be there. You want to do some creative activity, public should be there. Any kind of, let's say Deepika Padukone, previously I have read somewhere that she was having a number of fan followers, and just because of means some ill effects is also there. Suppose you may say some wrong words to someone, so it might be a ill effects of the public relation also. The fan followers will fall down. And previously, just because of our what we can say, the name of the hero is, he just attempted suicide, Sushant Singh. So just because of that, coffee with Karan's fan followers is reduced. So pros are there, cons are also there, but if we focus on the benefits, so definitely things will work out. And someone says that Bill Gates says that is it visible? Is it visible?
Yes.
Okay. It takes 20 seconds to build the reputations and 5 minutes to ruin it, right? Technical issues there. Okay, that's it from my side. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Harshad.
Shreyash, you are on mute if you are speaking.
Sorry. Yeah, great speech, Naneshwar, today. What we can get from his speech that I can go far, but we can go forever. That one point we can take, and we can build our relations and get into touch with people, and together we can go for forever. So we can improve our connections, that will improve our life and our living also. So that is a good point to consider from this page. And moving ahead, we will start with our next speech. We will be starting with Silpa's speech. Are you ready, Silpa?
Shilpa, you're on mute.
Yes. I'm visible, I'm audible.
Yes. Yeah, I will just introduce you. Silpa is a teacher, and before she was working with Tech Mahindra, and she likes reading, cooking, and traveling. And she's giving her level 2 speech 3, and the title of the speech is Introduction to Toastmasters Mentoring, and time allotted is 5 to 7 minutes. And please start with your presentation and stage yours.
Okay. I'm visible, I'm audible.
Yeah.
My voice is clear. Okay, so I'm starting.
Shilpa,
you are on mute. You are on mute. Yeah.
Now it's clear?
Yes.
Shilpa, what is this? This is your journal. It's just pathetic. You don't know how to write one single line? It's shabby. My so-called coordinator said to me. That time, I couldn't utter a single word on whole day. My confidence was low. And that's the reason I'm standing in front of you all, giving my speech. Good morning, fellow Toastmaster, today's guest, and my dear friends. Today, I'm going to tell you my mentors helped me to become a clay, to become a very good sculptor or a good human being. My first mentor in my life, definitely, she is my mother. She is very supportive, kind, and strong. You all are saying, what's new in it? Every mother is like this. Yes, I do agree. But my mother is special for me because she don't know how to read and write, and still she was struggling a lot for my education. My second mentor, when I was in 10th standard, I was very, in my life, there was I'm bad in the maths. So one day, my maths teacher called me and she gave me some tips and tricks how to solve quickly all math sums. And trust me, I followed her blindly. And that year, I have completed my 10th exam, followed by my graduation. My third mentor is none other than my husband. He is very supportive. Whatever I'm doing in my life, he is a strong pillar behind me. People are always saying, behind every successful man, there is one woman. But I'm saying that behind my success, he is there. Till now, everything was stable. I had a good job in MNC in UK with smart salary, happy family. So everything was stable and everything was going good. But somehow I was getting bored with my routine life. So I took a decision. I left my job and shifted, that is, moved to India. And I have started a new career like teaching, which was not my cup of tea. But soon, again, I received one mentor in my life. And she told me, Mrs. Harshita ma'am, she told me how to teach small children. And soon, I become an expert in it. So people and all students and teachers are liking whatever I'm teaching small children and my teaching styles. One of my friends, she gave me one suggestion. Why can't you join one proper degree? Why can't you take a proper degree in whatever you are doing? So you'll get a proper degree and take a next level. So that suggestion, it's very good for me. So I started searching a good institute for my education. And here I took an admission in 2009 teacher training course. And then I could realize teaching is not an easy task. Every time my coordinator teased me about my learning, about my communication, about my whole appearance, she teased me each and every step. Then, after finish my graduation or my diploma course in TC, then I was searching a new technical institute that is a communication skill. I searched an institute for my communication to improve my communication skills. And fortunately, I found Toastmasters in my life. And really, in Toastmaster, each and every person will enhance with their communication style, leadership style. Your social networking will increase with this style. And especially, you will meet your mentor. I remember my first day. It was a physical meeting, and that day, someone asked me table topic question. And that question was, what has been your dream from your childhood? I was very excited to attend that question. I supposed to say that my dream is to standing in front of large audience and present my speech, but I couldn't. You know what was my situation? Literally, I stand in front of the audience and I totally blank. I could not utter one single word. And that day, in front of me, Toastmaster Amruta was there. She clapped for me and said, "You will do one day, definitely." And that one single line is a booster for me. Definitely, Toastmaster gave me a lots of things, especially in my mentor, Toastmaster Karishma. She gave me lots of tips and tricks how to overcome this fear. And I really thank you to DTM Vijay, Toastmaster Purva, Toastmaster Pranav, Toastmaster Ashwin, and Mohit. I learned lots of things from those people and improving myself. And still, I'm learning so many things from them. So I request you all, Toastmaster gives you lots of things, but just need to open your brain, your eyes, and your ears. Then stage is yours. Over to you. Thank you.
Yeah, great speech, Shilpa. You have given some insight regarding how to adapt our situation. You have changed your situation and you adapted and taken as a positive. That is a good note. And to overcome our all the troubles, and you are very enthusiastic and you searched your way and found this Toastmaster club. And I think I have joined from since 2 months, but I seen you are very energetic and it is a very good sign. And maybe you will continue with your good speeches, and already you are giving every speech as good as every perfect person, what I can say. So it is a good thing that you are giving a good speech. Yeah, moving ahead, I think
Thank you, Shreyash.
great. We will see we will be having our last speech, Satang speech. Rashi is there.
Uh, Actually, Shreyas, Rakshita was Sashank's evaluator, but she's facing a huge network connectivity issue.
Okay.
So I'll be taking up the evaluation of Sashank.
Sure. Yeah. I will introduce Shashank. Are you ready for this speech?
Before the speech starts, I think one request for the timer is they can share their time in the message or the chat, because I think you will share the PPT, right?
Yes. I am sharing my screen.
Okay. So yeah, request for the timer to share the time on chat.
Okay. Okay, Shashank.
Yeah, we will be going with our last speech. I will introduce Shashank. Shashank is a software professional with 8-year experience as a front-end developer, and he loves to connect to the dots when working on the designs. And he loves because that and that's why he came to the Toastmaster, where he developed our speaking skills to tell effective stories and connect to the people. So here is the introduction, and he is giving his level 2 speech 1 effective body language, and the timing for the speech is 5 to 7 minutes. Over to you, Shashank. I will share my screen. Yeah, please let me know once you are able to see.
Yes, yes, I'm able to see.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for the great introduction, Shreyas, Toastmaster Shreyas. If you want to find the truth, don't listen to the words coming to you. Rather, see the body language of the speaker, and it speaks the facts that are not audible. Welcome, Toastmaster of the day, my fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Today, I will be covering 8 elements of confident body language. I think Toastmaster Shilpa just spoke about her nervousness and her journey towards public speaking. And actually, this is a good segue, and I'm thankful that my speech was last because I could carry on with her speech and come to a conclusion. When you speak, you don't just speak with what you actually say. You speak with your body language and facial expressions. Correct eye contact and also posture. They all add up to the truth behind what you're saying. If you're feeling nervous, it gives out a different message to your audience than the one you're trying to say. Body language is an essential part of public speaking process. The non-verbal cues add to the impact of the message that you're trying to deliver. Working on your body language can make a huge difference when it comes to engaging with your audience and essentially how it adds to the value of public speaking. I am going to put some of the most important elements of your body language. Next slide, please. Shreyas, next slide.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. The first element is power pose. When it comes to power pose, you always can think of Superman, Wonder Woman, and let's go Indian, let's say Shaktiman, right? How do they always stand? Their gait is straight, chest pumped up, and they always have this pose, which is they put their fist on the side of the abdomens. What does it convey? What are they trying to show? They are trying to show power. They are trying to show that they are the leaders. It brings up high levels of testosterone and lowers your cortisol levels, which means it beats your nervousness and projects that you're strong, you're the leader. So when it comes to public speaking, I would not say you should follow the same pose, but try to extend your legs and be comfortable and raise your hands. And when you're talking to the audience, project your strength, right? That's one of your most essential elements of body language. Let's go to the next one. Next slide, please, Shreyas.
Yes.
This is always important. Your evaluator, when it comes to your evaluation, always points out that you need to maintain eye contact. Why so? Because it is also very important to maintain your eye contact with your audience when you're trying to converse or tell your story, because it builds connection. And as Purva pointed in her speech, when you're not maintaining the eye contact, it doesn't build the trust. It seems that you're lying. So my tip for maintaining the eye contact is follow the Z formation. Always look at the back, look at a person from the very left end, and then maintain an eye contact for 9 to 10 seconds, move to the next person, so on and so forth, come diagonally, and then meet your eye contact at the front row. You can do this until and unless you're very comfortable, but I would not recommend that you follow the pattern again and again, because the rest of the crowd might feel that you're not trying to build any connection with them. So once you're comfortable, look randomly around, but at least maintain that 9 to 10 seconds of eye contact. Next slide, please. Hand gestures. As you observe, I am trying to, put my hand gestures because it animates your speech and it connects to your crowd. It enhances your message when you're using hand gestures, right? when you're trying to tell a great story to the audience, hand gestures always come into being. And you might have observed it comes when you were young, when your teacher, your parents are trying to tell a story, right? They always use hand gestures for describing shapes. Like there was a huge elephant, a tiny mouse. This kind of brings that effectiveness when you're trying to tell a story. I would also recommend that you use hand gestures when you're describing numbers or when you're trying to describe an emotional description. For example, I was pleading to my teacher when I didn't bring my homework to excuse me, right? Similarly, when I was in a bank and the robber put a gun point next to me, I had to raise my hands because I was scared, right? So all these hand gestures help animate your story. But there is one more tip. Hand gestures doesn't mean just use hands. You can also use rest of your body. For example, when you're trying to run, you can show that you're running with legs and your hands and any other body movements. That adds the animation to your story. Next slide, please. Shreyash, next slide.
Yes,
please.
yes.
Fourth is the moment. Why you should have a moment. When you're moving around the stage, it shows who is the boss, who is comfortable being on the stage. You move from one part of the stage to another. And here is a tip. Whenever you're trying to tell a story, you can be at one part of a stage. Let's say your story is divided into paragraphs. You can be at one point. When the paragraph finishes, you graciously move to the other point or the other part of the stage and you continue with your story. Just be mindful that when you're moving from one part of the stage to the other, you don't just turn around and move, right? Because it shows that you have a disconnect with the audience. You immediately disconnect with them. So just make sure that you practice around the stage before delivering the speech so that you own the stage and you show that you're the true leader. Next point, please. Next slide. Expression. Well, expression is something we talk in facial expressions, and it can respond well and it can bring the audience connection with you, right? They animate your story, and when you're talking about emotional part of your story, use the expressions. Next slide, please. Mannerisms. Mannerisms are the nervous habits that you have when you're on stage. For example, you're fiddling with your tie or you're fiddling with your hair. All of those are negative mannerisms and you should refrain from that, and that comes from practice. Next slide, please. Breathing. Breathing is before you are on the stage, I would recommend that you breathe in and out so that it calms you down and brings down your cortisol levels. And that helps you give an effective speech. Next slide, please. Then the last part is voice. Your vocal expression is as physical as a part of your body language when you're trying to deliver a speech. So I would recommend that you follow the 7-38-55 rule, which means that word conveys 7% of your story, tone is 38%, and 55% is your body language so that the audience connects to you. After seeing all of these 8 elements, I would say that it's not easy to have all these in one, at one go. I would recommend that you practice. And I think Toastmasters is the right stage for you to practice so that you deliver an effective speech when you're in front of a huge or a large audience. That being said, I think you understood the importance of body language, and over to you, Toastmaster Shreyash. Thank you.
Yeah. Great speech, Shashank. You have given insight to where we start and how should we go. So that is a very good point for me because I'm on to go for my first speech. So that is very important for me to understand all the points and go with the presentation. Yeah. Thank you. And I think we have finished with all our speeches and we will be moving ahead with timing cards. Omkar, can you please update for timing reports and voting for the speakers?
Yes, TM states.
Yeah.
Sandeep, icebreaker speech, he has completed in 6 minutes 9 seconds. So he is qualified. And Purva completed in 6 minutes 50 seconds. Shashank 8 minutes 40 seconds. Dhyaneswar 6 minutes 10 seconds. Silpa 7 minutes 25 seconds. So unfortunately, Shashank time has over.
Okay, great. Sure. Now we'll take a 1 minute break, and we have completed all our speeches, and now we will be moving ahead. We will just evaluate for all the speeches. We will take a short break for now.
Yeah, Shreyash, we can take a 5-minute break.
Yeah, we can take a sure.
We have plenty of time today.
Sure. Yeah, we can take.
So we can give rest to the speakers. Yeah. Okay. And also, we will be launching the poll once evaluations are also done. All right.
Yes.
Because in the agenda, I had mentioned that we will be doing.
Okay. Sure.
In the end. So yeah, we'll do it at the last. Okay, I see someone interesting here in the participants list. Someone with the name 6EC9BDA. It seems more like a flight number, 6E404, Indigo flight from Pune to Nagpur. Yeah. So by any chance, have you, just been on a flight ride or like that? Because you had mentioned such a number, or it's just a phone model number? Yes, 6EC9B. Can you answer that if you're there? Okay, I guess 6EC is not there right now. So we can talk to him or her later. And in the later part of our meeting when I take the guest feedback. Also, we have guest Ashutosh. Hello. Ashutosh, are you there? Can you hear me?
Hello.
Hi, Ashutosh. Can you hear me?
Sure.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
So, how did you find the speeches?
I loved them. Yeah. Great speeches, everyone.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm really excited to join Toastmasters.
Great.
Soon.
I guess you had attended the last joint meeting we had with the
Yes.
Toastmasters Club of Pune.
Right.
Yeah. And previously you had attended, I guess, open house of our club 1 year back. It was 1 year back when
Yes.
Jnaneshwar.
Right. Oh wow, you remember that?
Yeah, I do remember. Yes, I was there in the session, so I did remember the names of you participants, and it's great that you came back and you have decided to enhance your speaking skills.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to you being the member of this club. We'll be very glad to have you here.
Sure. Purva, who should I contact to become a member?
Purva?
Yeah. Yes, it's the VPM of our club, Chaitanya. So I'll just share his contact details with you, and you can probably have a chat with him, and he'll share all the necessary procedures for becoming the member of the club.
Okay. Before this, I had
Purva,
contact
is there any
TM Tejas, but I see he's not here right now.
Yeah, actually, TM Tejas was the VPM I guess for 2 months, sorry, 2 sessions, what I would say, 2 seasons back.
Okay.
1 year back, he was the VPM. So right now we have a different VPM. It's Chaitanya.
Okay.
So I'll share his contact.
Sure. Thank you.
Is it audible, Purva?
Yes.
Purva, I'm trying to schedule a demo meeting with MIT EDT students. So is there any open house planning?
Yeah. Shilpa wants to go ahead with the open house, I guess.
Because
so we can have an open house.
We received a 100 plus students registration, and I would so with the Rabin, I will try to start a club with MIT EDT University. So it will be a chance for us to consider it as open house meeting.
Yeah, we can do it actually, and this is a great.
Yeah, already received 100 plus registrations, so we'll discuss afterwards.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we have finished the break time limit.
We can start now.
Yes.
Yeah, we will be starting with the evaluation session now. And to start with the first evaluation, Purva's speech evaluation, I would like to ask Rashi to evaluate. And I will introduce Rashi. Rashi is a working professional from Infosys, and she has completed her level 1 speech 2. So over to you, Rashi.
You muted. Unmute yourself.
Oh, sorry, I was speaking on mute. Thank you for the introduction, Shreyash.
Yeah.
So first of all, congratulations on completing L1 P3 Purva. Kudos to that. And to begin with, I think you very smartly started with slipping in a question for the audience slipping in the question for the audience and kind of give a hint of what kind of what is the speech like about. So I think that created a good audience engagement. And I really like the examples you gave. You kind of inferred it to the you kind of inferred it back to the references and studies. You mentioned some studies to it. And also, just a second. I think I'm having some issues. Just a second.
Rashi, can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can. Yes. Had some issues. So actually, Shilpa was on the this thing on the platform, so I got confused that am I evaluating the right person or not?
Okay.
Yeah. So Rasi, I will start. Means already for 45 seconds is over. Now I continue from that time.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah, so I really like the audience engagement you did at the start, and also you gave some examples which you referred to some studies and researches. I think that's very important for a research and presentation speech. So good, full points in that. And also you gave some real-time examples quoting Karve Road. I think that makes that kind of engages the audience in a way that it becomes relatable for everyone to connect with. And I think the most important part of this was that you lean towards the camera when you wanted to focus on important points of your speech. Because the attention span of the audience is less, it's very important to lean towards the camera when you are using a camera to make point on the important part of your speeches. I think that kind of brings back the audience attention towards your speech. I think you engage the audience from the start till the end of your speech, and that was a very good point. In fact, and you may want to work on keeping your speech a little longer than what it was. And also, you could use more sources for studies and researches in your speech. So I think you only did that once. You can do that twice or thrice in the speech, quoting studies and researches for the audience or for people to go back to and look to the sources of the speech. And you may challenge yourself by standing and giving your speech. But I think even after sitting, you use the camera in a right way. And I really like the tone of your voice. You used it in a very correct way. You kind of toned it down when it was needed, and you kind of toned it up when you wanted to make some important point in your speech. So I think that was very nice, and I really liked your hand gestures. Those were open all the time. So it shows that how confident you were. So overall, I think your speech was very nice, and it kind of attracted the audience. The topic was very engaging and very relatable for everyone. So kudos to that. Thank you.
Yeah, great evaluation, Rashi.
Thank you.
Thank you for your inputs, and surely Purva will make it to happen in the next speech. And moving ahead, we will start with our next evaluation. I would like to call upon Shweta to evaluate Sandeep's speech, Icebreaker speech. I will just introduce Shweta. Shweta is from Konkan area, and currently she is working with Infosys as a PIC developer. And also simultaneously she is serving as a VP Public Relation for Infosys Pune Toastmasters Club. And she loves to cycling and that's it. I will give a stage to the Shweta. Please go with your evaluation.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shreyash. Am I clearly audible and visible? Also, I would like to request the timer to please show the cards, or I might lose the side of time while speaking.
So should I share one background or?
Sure. Yeah, background works. Yeah.
Can I start?
Yes.
Umkar, please turn on your video. I guess it's not turned on.
Yeah.
Only after you turn on the video can she
Yes.
see the timer cards. Yes.
Let me know, then I'll start. Toastmaster Omkar.
Yes, please.
Sure. Thank you. Hi, everyone. A very good morning. I am Toastmaster Shweta, and today I am here to evaluate Toastmaster Sandeep for his icebreaker speech. And what an icebreaker speech, Toastmaster Sandeep. I mean, the very moment I saw your topic, the title for the speech, it did intrigue an idea. Oh, what are you going to say? What is it? Now or never, right? So 10 on 10 on the selection of the title. Also, the gaugement of how effective your speech was could be made by the fact that I'm not from Sinhgad Toastmasters Club. I have never met you in person, but I know that Toastmaster Sandeep is a mechanical engineer. He has undergone entrepreneurial adventures. So the speech was so effective that everyone now knows that who Toastmaster Sandeep is. So kudos to you on that one. Now I would start with some recommendations. firstly, your speech was very effective. Your speech was divided into an intro where you spoke about your childhood, where are you from. Then you went on to a specific event of your life where you described how frightening public speaking is for you and how you dodged it by taking efforts in finding Toastmasters Club, and then going there and speaking up and joining Toastmasters. So kudos to you on that. And then you have had a very powerful message that how important it is in your life to not only be good at your work but also on your communication skills, because being a mechanical engineer myself, I could very much relate to you, because I know in my engineering days I've emphasized more on the technical aspects and how well my drawings are rather than how well I communicated with everyone in my engineering days. So it was very much relatable. So kudos to you on that one. Let me tell you, you are a very great storyteller, because in the entire session, I could see that you're directly seeing into the camera, and it was like speaking to someone in person, and you're telling us a story of how frightening for you public speaking was and how you're overcoming it. So storytelling is your forte, let me tell you, and please use it in your upcoming speeches as well. Now, some commendations. I would really like you to work on your grammar and take up more grammarian roles in the club, because the title, that is It's Now or Never, it had a grammatical error. So it's the its portion, it was ITS, which means a possessive noun, while IT and apostrophe S means it is. So the moment I saw that, I know what were your weak points, and I don't want you to repeat that in your upcoming speeches, right? So please take up some grammarian roles. It will definitely help you. You could use more humor to your speech that engages the public very well. You could also use your hand gestures well, as Toastmaster Shashank, if I'm not wrong, specified. Also, you could also use more vocabulary to your speech that would give you a lot of confidence. So that's all from my end. A very good speech, but yeah, one or two things if you work on, you'll definitely succeed in why you did join Toastmasters. So thank you and good luck to you, Toastmasters.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, great evaluation, Shweta, and you have given us some good insight into these our speecher. So thank you for your recommendations, and we will move ahead with the next evaluation. Abhijit, I will just introduce Abhijit. Abhijit is a DTM, and he professionally is working as a business development manager in oil and gas industry for 12 years, and he has joined Toastmaster since 3.5 years, and his hobbies are traveling, and he's a passionate photographer, and he will be evaluating Naneshwar's speech. And over to you, Abhijit.
What is public relations? Everybody would know, because we all are in Toastmasters. Toastmaster Dhaneshwar gave us more insights of how to become a successful public relations officer. The way he started off was something very intriguing, because he asked a number of questions to the audience, and he correlated his current job profile as a placement officer at MIT University with what he ideally does, because of the sole realization that being a placement officer, he tries to have public relations with various organizations in order to get the placements right. So what is that scenario called as? Public relations. He builds in the strategy. He tries to welcome different companies onto the campus recruitment process and gets the campus recruitment fields filled up. What I really liked about your speech, Toastmaster Dhaneshwar, is the way you structured, the way you explained of what exactly public relations is all about. A lot of people may not be knowing of what exactly it is. But then, having said that, the important element of each one of us to understand is clearly defining what public relations. Second, the flow. The flow of your speech was found to be really intriguing because you started off with asking questions, couple of questions in the start. Then you talked about a little bit about your own personal life. And then towards the end, you had some slides to show, which also had a clear message. There are, of course, when it comes to public relations, you have a lot to even more demonstrate. And here are a few lessons that not just you, but the entire team can learn from this aspect of public relations strategies. When I went through the objectives, it clearly required one specific purpose, and that is, what is the strategy that the speaker is going to make in order to improve or increase the enhancement of any particular activity or assignment one undertakes. Toastmaster Dhyaneshwar, when I looked at your speech narration, I figured out that that element was kind of cut off from your entire speech. I was really looking forward to your strategy as a public relation officer, as an individual who builds in that strategy to come up with more plans, more ideas, more flyers and posters in order to bridge that strategy to draw more people. Even in Toastmasters, we build posters, we build flyers, we post everything. You talked about so much about your connections in Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn. But how did it actually materialize in the other side of it is something that we all were interested in. I have 2,000 connections, but how much those 2,000 connections helps me as an individual to perform my task is what people want to know so that they can learn from it. The learnings, that is what the key element is. Overall, to conclude, you had great speech, subject, great flow, little bit of work on the emphasis on the strategy part, and of course, try not to wait for too long because there was an element towards the last where you abruptly ended by waiting too long. Try to correct that part. Otherwise, you can be a great speaker someday very soon. All the very best and over to you, Toastmaster Vijay.
Yeah, great evaluation, Abhijit. And you took exact great points to express your evaluation points. I am thinking that last point you added, it was a very good point. When we want to end, we can just end at this moment. We don't have to wait for two to 5 seconds. That's a good point to consider. Yeah, moving ahead, we will be going with the last evaluation, Shilpa's evaluation, and we would like to call Ashwin, that we always eager to listen Ashwin's speech or anything, whatever Ashwin speaks. So we are welcoming Ashwin, and Ashwin is nothing but he's a man. Just I will introduce him. Yeah, he is a marketing manager with John Deere, and he loves going outside and hiking, photography, and nowadays running is his fashion. And so he loves singing and spending time with close friends. So over to you, Ashwin, for evaluation.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shreyas. So I remember my icebreaker. I was so excited that I never allowed, I didn't allow my introduction to happen. I was so excited. At least I was patient this time.
Great.
So thank you. So let me check. Am I audible and visible?
Yes.
Perfect. And timer start when I will use my first word.
Okay.
Thank you.
I will show the cards on background.
Perfect. Where vision is 1 year, cultivate flowers. Where vision is 10 years, cultivate trees. And when vision is eternity, cultivate people. And that is what mentoring does. It is one person cultivating people. He's guiding so many people, bringing them up. And that's the value of mentoring. And what a perfect kind of topic my speaker, Toastmaster Shilpa, she put a story around that, and how she embedded that principle in herself and demonstrated, and she's demonstrating. And when I want to talk about Toastmaster Shilpa, something I would notice is her growth mindset, always wanting to learn, always trying to learn. It is that her attitude. I will give you one example. She was award winner. She won one of the contests in STMC, and then I later dropped her note that she need to work on her grammar. And then down the line, 1 week, she was ready to join another advanced grammar course. So that's kind of passion, she demonstrates. Now, thank you for this opportunity to evaluate such a wonderful speaker, Toastmaster Shilpa. And being at level 1, she accepted that I could evaluate her speech. So it's a kind of honor for me. So first is I will have my evaluation more on a recommendation side in 3 buckets. First is appearance. You look at her professional demonstration, the way she's standing, having her formal wear. So that demonstrates her attitude. Second is that content. Look at her content, the way she viewed the story, and starting with first mentor about mother. We all are nostalgic about those experiences. And then even, telling a story about her first mentor, the way, she was motivated during her first speech in front of audience. And then the third bucket is a delivery. She was awesome when it comes to having the pauses, having the right pronunciation, and at the end, summarizing whole the story. It was kind of icing on that cake, having that perfect climax for that wonderful movie. In terms of some recommendation, what I found that she could have done better job in terms of articulating how Toastmaster is envisioning this mentoring, which is kind of a prime objective of this speech. Another was she could have used hand gestures, and I found that she was a bit stressed, maybe excitement, maybe she could have smiled a lot, and she could have expressed more freely her story. And maybe proper uses of some alternative word, like instead of sculpture, it could be role model. But overall, I think a very wonderful speech. She has delivered to a perfection. And now I think bigger task for her is that how she developed her as a great role model for other as a mentor. So it's a wonderful journey ahead. So very good job done, Toastmaster Shilpa, and wish you all the best for wonderful learning journey ahead. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Ashwin, for your kind words, and you are evaluating Shilpa very nicely. Thank you for your evaluation. And moving ahead, we will go for timing cards for evaluation. And
Shreyash, I'm yet to evaluate. I'm Shashank.
Sorry.
Yeah, Purva evaluation is pending.
Yeah. Sorry, sir. Purva, you can evaluate.
Yes. Okay. Omkar, please start once I utter my first word. The same instruction as that what Ashwin said.
Yes. Sure.
Fellow Toastmasters, dear guest, and especially my target speaker, Shashank. It's very important that what you speak and how you project yourself, your body language should be in sync. So you should not contradict yourself with what you speak and what your body language conveys. And my dear target speaker, Shashank, how should I begin this? I mean, you were fantastic today. You had the perfect body language of a confident speaker, a very creative speaker. And I must say this, that in your previous speech, at the time I was your evaluator, and I would say this, that Shashank could not achieve the speech objectives in that particular speech, and I gave him very strong recommendations for that. And for this speech, he has completed he met all the objectives very well, and it's not just good, it was the best what he had done. The best performance of Shashank was done today, I guess. You met all the objectives. You were clear, you're audible, you had intentional movements, and you aroused interest of the audience with your topic. Everything was done well, and I'm very proud of you, Sashank, for that. And then coming to the speech, I would say that I really appreciate how on the spot creativity you show in your speech. You added the example of how Shilpa talked about being nervous and how she could overcome it. And you talked about eye contact and also the creative usage of slides. Now, this is really interesting and unique about Sashank, that whenever he creates visuals in a slide, he always makes our imaginations go wild, or I mean in the positive sense, and it is very entertaining for us as an audience to look, and it very well conveys the message to the audience. So good job on that. And I could also see that how passionately and how convincing you sounded when you talked about the point that, yeah, how parents and teachers tell their stories with while demonstrating how huge an elephant is, or how tiny a mouse is, and like how you were pleading in front of the teacher that I didn't do my homework. All that demonstrated effective body language. So basically what you said, what your topic was, you yourself implemented the advice. That's very important, fellow Toastmasters, and which was done by Sashank. I really appreciate that. Now coming to few recommendations. I was short on recommendations because there were so many commendations for you this time, Sashank. But still to say, as you know, that you exceeded the time limit. And I mean, this could have been really great if you were within the time limits. And so please work on that, practice beforehand with the timer card, and also start asking questions to the audience. Now you are already at a great basic level, you covered up the basics, it's time to level up, and I know you will do that, and expect a lot from you. So that were basically the two recommendations. All in all, you are a fantastic speaker, Sashank. I am very happy to see your improvements from the past speech. Thank you, and over to you, host Shreyash.
Yeah, thank you for your evaluation, Purva. And you have given a good points that also, and you remember whatever you have given last feedbacks he has implemented. That is a good point also. So thank you for your evaluation, and we will moving ahead with timing reports and for voting. Onkar, can you please present timing reports and who are your.
So in evaluation, all are qualified. Rasi took 3 minutes 15 seconds. Sweta took 3 minutes 20 seconds. Abhijit 3 minutes 22 seconds. Ashwin 3 minutes 25 seconds. And Purva 3 minutes 29 seconds.
Great.
Thank you.
Purva, are we going for voting now, or
Yes.
this?
We'll go for voting right now.
Okay.
And let me just take the co-host rights from you all,
Sure,
so that
sure.
you can vote. Okay. Yeah, I'll launch the polls right now. Can you see the polls?
Yes.
Yeah, please vote, everybody. Every vote matters. And please do not be biased that, okay, yeah, my friend Ashwin was giving the evaluation today, and because he's my friend, I'll give him the vote. Or Sashank is my best friend, so let me vote for him. Like that, let's be respectful of the hard work everybody has put in. So please be not biased.
I didn't qualify this time. So.
Oh yeah, sorry, Sashank did not qualify. Oh yeah.
But speech was very good. So
yeah, speech was very good.
Yeah.
Speech was very.
I think we should have these wildcard entries then, if that is the case.
No, we can't have that probably. Wildcard entry seems a bit difficult. Okay.
So wildcard entries for speakers or for voting?
He meant for voting, I guess.
Okay.
All right. Even I wanted that to happen few days back when I used to get disqualified for being overtime. At that time, I had to face this. Okay, that I won't be added to the voting list. Now I want to do the same thing for others because I don't want to feel that injustice happening for myself.
So this was my first disqualification that happened.
So recording stop. So till the time you finalize, I will take one one lighter joke. So there was one WhatsApp. This was joke. So that person goes to one person goes to that electoral officer and he said, "Then thank you very much, sir." Well, for what? Because only during election time, my grandmother and grandfather come and they vote here. Because otherwise, I don't see them personally. So even these are wildcard entries during voting. They come from heaven and they vote and they go back. So this is the power of democracy sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah, Purva, can we see?
Just one person, I guess. Okay. Everybody has voted. I'm very happy. Otherwise, we always run short of 2 or 3 people who do not vote. I don't know for what reasons, but yeah, this time I am happy. Everybody has voted. So let me quickly share the results. The best speaker of today's Speakathon is TM Shilpa. Let's have a huge round of applause for the hard work Shilpa has put in, and every other speaker. I have to say this thing that please do not get dismayed if you are not the best speaker or the best evaluator. It's all about learning. We are here to learn, and sometimes you win, sometimes your friends win. So as long as we together grow, it does not matter who wins or who loses. So please keep that in your mind when we see the results. And the best evaluator is TM Abhijit, DTM Abhijit. Congratulations, Abhijit. Great. So yeah, kudos to everybody's hard work and keep it up. Keep doing that, be consistent and attempt speeches and take up role players activities. That is how you learn. All right. So I'll stop sharing. Okay. Yes, Shreyash, you might continue now.
Yeah, congratulations, the winners. And so we're done with our speech evaluations and voting also. And I would like to add some few points for today's speech, today's session. It was a very good session, and we took important points for us to implement in our speeches and how we can build our speech and or not for only speech but overall our life. So we can implement these points. So it was a very good session for me, and initially it was my first session as a host. So hope I did good today, and I'll be improving myself during next sessions. But today I enjoyed during this session, and it gives a good experience for me also. And that's it from my end, and I will give a stage to presiding officer Purva.
Thank you, TM Shreyash. Indeed, it was a fantastic speakathon. I hope the new members, they are experiencing this for the first time, so it was a great experience for them. Now, I would like to take some feedback from our guest. First, I'll go with TM Gauri.
Purva, can we take a group photo first?
Oh yes, group photo. Oh my God, how did I forget about group photo?
Yeah, also I forgot, but Shilpa,
Usually it's me who always reminds the host or the presiding officer, please take group photo. And this time I forgot. Oh my God.
Shilpa has given a hint.
Okay, let's take it. I request everybody to please turn on their videos. Dhaneshwar, Monish, Priyanka. Okay. I guess because I asked them to turn on the video, they dropped out. I don't want to show their face. Oh, is it that? It's okay if you just got up right now in the morning. We all are. We just came like that, and it's Sunday. Come on, let's accept this fact. Okay.
Yes.
That we might not have the best look right now, but just for the sake of the moment, because you are in the meeting, let's have this group photo. Yeah, Abhijit and Monish, can you please turn on your videos if you're there?
Yes, sure.
Okay. Till I click the photo, please give a pose. Any pose that you would love to give. Yeah. It's done. Okay, we are done with the group photo. Yes, and I also see Dhaneshwar has come with a small daughter. What is her name, Dhaneshwar?
Jnanasi.
Manasi.
Jnanasi.
It's
my Sunday's duty.
It's good.
Yes. I see your daughter. Many times in our meetings, you do bring her here. Sometimes, not all. It might. Not everybody might see this, but yeah, I see her many times. Hi, Jnanasi. ऐकली तू स्पीच बेटा आज बाबाची स्पीच ऐकली?
She's just one plus years.
Okay.
She's not able to
She's a
speak.
toddler, yeah. Okay, but I guess she's just analyzing like, who are these people? Why are they irritating me right now at this moment? I just woke up and they had to bring me in this meeting. Oh God. Please.
Do I have to give a speech at 1 year old? Like, seriously?
Yeah, exactly.
Don't worry. You will not give speech.
Too much stress for a 1 year old. And you're just like waking up and people asking you to give the speech, it would be too much stressful. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I was like talking about the guest feedback. So Gauri, yeah, she's there. She's so patient, my God. And I guess she was there for the whole time in the meeting, listening to everybody's speeches. Yeah, she makes sure that she's always there for people. Yeah. So how did you find today's session?
Yeah, actually, I guess this is the third Speakathon I'm attending, and I just felt a vibe over here, very encouraging vibe, very positive vibes. What do you say? I really liked it throughout. Even the entire speeches, the entire speakers, and all the evaluators. I saw some positive vibes in it, and I loved it throughout. And even the role players, Shreyash. I guess I don't know whether this is your first time hosting a meeting.
Yes. It was the first time.
Because I always see Shreyash as the timer. And you did a great job as well. And Purva, as usual, I loved your speech and the way you handled the meeting. And other than that, I loved everything throughout, and I'm still learning lots. I took really a lot of notes today on evaluation, as well as the speech part, especially the research. The speech, because that will be my next project. So it was a great learning. I guess I was there in most of the group pictures of Sinhgad Toastmasters for the past 1 month, I guess. The most popular guest.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you so much for
there for
having me.
every other session. Okay, voice modulation series. She was the most consistent member we had there. So yeah, you were there in the live sessions, in the group photos, everywhere. Now you're pretty famous. Everybody in our club knows that, okay, Gauri is there and she's a regular visitor of our club. Why don't you take a dual membership here, Gauri?
Yeah, we'll sure consider it, Purva. Okay, thank you so much for having me here. Actually, Purva is the one who invited me. Thank you so much, Purva.
Yeah, great. I'm happy always to have you here. Thanks. And now can we have the feedback from Shweta?
Sure, Purva. I mean, this was a learning session Sunday morning. I think I was in a class because I think the speech started, I'm not sure, I don't remember the order, but in every speech there was something to learn. So be it Toastmaster Sandeep's speech that, be courageous, go there and work on your insecurities, be it Toastmaster Shilpa's speech that you can change your career at any point of your life and you just have to have that zest to learn, right? Then be it Toastmaster Shashank's speech that how non-verbal cues are so important when you speak, be it Toastmaster Dhyaneshwar's speech when he started the speech, how important it is to have to ask questions and to interact with the public when you're speaking. So I think I'm sure I've covered everyone. If not, I'm very sorry. But I think I had, and Toastmaster Pura, your speech, how to lie and how it is not a bad thing to be deceptive, especially in today's time, right? And how to be good at it, but in an innocuous way. Like you don't have to hurt someone to when you're saying lies. So I think it was a great session. I had lots of learnings, and thank you so much for having me here and giving me this opportunity to be an evaluator. I was not at all, it was very homely. I was not at all nervous to be the evaluator in a club which was not my home club. So thank you for having me. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Shweta. I'm happy that you loved today's meeting and you had a good learning experience. Can we now have Rashi?
Yeah, hello everyone. So actually it's my basic nature that for the first time when I'm introduced to new people, I always kind of just, everything just shakes around me. So, but then, I got comfortable after a while, and I really like the way how it's framed, especially the timer part. I've made a note of it. I like the way the timer was shown here. It's a small thing, but I noticed that it was a good way to actually showcase it. And I really like a Purva's speech, and a lot of things were relatable in it. And that's it. I think it was a good way to start my Sunday. My weekend wasn't like totally unproductive after all. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Rashi. I'm happy to hear that it was not, unproductive. Good. And keep joining our meetings, not just as an evaluator. This goes for Shweta as well, that take up roles, or you can have an educational session maybe. Don't think that you are a newbie to the Toastmasters Club, so you can't take educational sessions. Let me tell you, you can take, and there are many people who have newly joined Toastmasters, and for them, how to calm their anxiety and how to relax, and what are your personal experiences, you can share that with them. That will actually help them to be confident and have that feeling that we are not the only one. There are people with us who have been through it, and it's not something we should fear of. So the more we talk about it, the more they get comfortable. So you can just do your job like that. You can take such sessions. So yeah, we can have that as well. So keep joining. So I guess I have finished with all the guest feedback. Now to make some major announcements.
We can take Sandeep feedback also.
Yeah, no, Sandeep is not a guest. Okay, let me tell
Okay.
you this, fellow Toastmasters. He's the member of our club.
Okay, great.
And I was asked by two people. Okay,
Okay.
till now, Shilpa and Shreyas. That is Sandeep a new member? See,
I thought comment from Shreyas is more sarcastic that he should join every meeting.
Welcome, Sandeep. Welcome, Sandeep, in Sinhgad Toastmaster Club.
Welcome, Sandeep.
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
So I think I missed my job to make a poster.
No, you did. You made his poster but I guess he has not been there in most of the meetings, and he just showed his face today at the icebreaker speech. That is why you, thought it was he's a new member. But he has been a member of a club since past 5 months, I guess. So, come on, Sandeep. This is a great feedback for you. Please show up in the meetings, in the humorous TT sessions, at least, so that people could know that okay, that you exist here as a member.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So, Monish, are you there? So, would you like to make any announcements?
Regarding what, Purva?
Renewals and all.
Yeah,